In 2014, there will still be more to be done because that is the business of government. But there will have been many improvements in the lives of Tasmanians. I want to talk tonight about a typical Tasmanian community like Georgetown and what it will look like in 2014. Georgetown is a place with hopes and history and challenges typical of any community in our state. Right now, we're putting in place an economic and social agenda that will create opportunity for every person in Georgetown. Under Labor in 2014, a young mum will be able to walk out her front door and within pram pushing distance access the services that she needs for her child. Through turning the handle on one door, she will find in the Georgetown Child and Family Centre advice on early years nutrition, help with her child's literacy and numeracy, early intervention tests to see if her child has any special needs, and support for her parenting skills, giving every Tasmanian child the best start in life through one doorway in every Tasmanian community. It may be that this young mum didn't have success at school herself the first time around. She'll be able to walk across the street and through one door get a second chance at learning. The Georgetown Learning and Information Network Centre will hold the key to building her literacy skills, IT skills, and provide her with a pathway back to work, building opportunity for her future through one doorway. The same mum, armed with her new skills, can then access to the Georgetown Training Centre and the Tasmanian Polytechnic, which will be delivering more career kickstarting courses in more towns than ever before. Skills that will prepare her for one of the new generation jobs that will flow to Georgetown through the new generation of industries arriving in Tasmania. Jobs created through the flow-on impacts of local irrigation projects and innovative agribusiness. Jobs created by local manufacturing of components for wind farms and other renewable energy technology. Jobs flowing from the fastest, most deeply connected telecommunications system on the planet. And jobs through our tourism industry by building on our strengths in fine food and wine, heritage and the amazing beauty of our natural environment. In the next few years, this island state will offer job opportunities that our young people used to have to go to Melbourne and Sydney to get. That will be the story of Georgetown in 2014, and it's the same story that will be repeated in St Helens, Queenstown, Devonport, Geeveston, Chigwell and Mowbray. That's how we'll fight the causes of disadvantage around Tasmania and not just treat the symptoms. I say I want to build a clever, kind and connected Tasmania. The Georgetown story is the practical illustration of what that means. That's my vision for Tasmania in 2014, and it's a vision we've already started to build.
Thank you, Mr. Bartlett. I now invite Mr. Hodgman to make his opening statement.
Thank you, Ellie, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming tonight. This is fantastic. I'd like to tell you about my vision for Tasmania. Now, my vision of Tasmania is a place where the government is trusted to make the right decisions for the right reasons. A place where we back local businesses to create local jobs, where we achieve higher education standards and results. And I want a Tasmania that's not only smarter, but one that is fairer, where Tasmanians can get better health care sooner, where every Tasmanian has the opportunity to achieve their potential, and where there are more reasons for people to stay here than to leave. Now, a government I lead will adopt the following principles. It will live within its means, we will get value for money, and we will take responsibility for getting results. We will invest in our people, in our schools, in our hospitals, in our roads, not in highly paid political miners or a top-heavy government. We will give people and communities the power to make decisions about what is best for them, and we will be honest, accountable, and we will govern with integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, by 2014, after 4 years of a Hodgman Liberal government, Tasmania will be a more competitive place to do business. There will be more jobs in existing and new industries. We will have cut land tax. We will have slashed red tape, and planning laws will be simpler. We will have halted Labor's disastrous and divisive Tasmania Tomorrow changes, and our education system will no longer be bottom of the class. School buses will be free, and sick Tasmanians will get their operations sooner. And if they can't have their operation done in a public hospital, they'll be looked after in a private hospital at no cost to them. The first stage of a new generation Royal Hobart Hospital will be underway, and the state government's hands won't constantly be in your hip pocket, especially those of you who can least afford it. We will have fixed Labor's bungled water and sewage changes, and with more competition, electricity costs should be cheaper. We will have taken the politics out of decision-making on major infrastructure projects, and we will have a state infrastructure plan. And by 2014, a 4-lane Midland Highway will be under construction. In the first term of a Hodgman Liberal government, we will tackle the issue of the size of our parliament. And critically, Tasmanians will have regained their trust in government. Ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely optimistic about the future of our state. But Tasmania now needs a new government, and I'm prepared to show the leadership to make the right decisions for the right reasons and to deal with the challenges we face. These are key commitments with more to be announced over the coming months, but I will give Tasmania's leadership and vision, and I will deliver results, but I'll need your support to do it.
Thanks, Mr. Hodgman. I won't take 20 seconds off your down the track. Mr. Beckham, over to you for your opening statement. Your approach in a minority government could be significant.
Thanks, Ellie, and hello everyone. It's so great to see you here tonight. Tasmania's best asset is undoubtedly its people. And for Tasmania to be the best place it can be, and for Tasmanians to have the future that we deserve, the Greens will strive to unite our people around a shared vision, and a direction for the future. We'll start by acknowledging that the 21st century is the century that will be defined, above all else, by the sustainability challenges facing the planet. We will take action to position Tasmania as a global leader in the fight against climate change, maximising the economic and employment opportunities available to places that move quickly and early to reduce their emissions, and we will make Tasmania a shining beacon for the rest of the world as the world moves to a zero emissions economy. We will have healed the terrible divisions that exist in our community that have torn us apart around resource extraction and the future of our forests, and we'll have done that by preserving the last threatened high conservation value old growth forests. We will have invested into modernising our forest industry into one that creates more jobs, respects the forests, and is an industry that we can all be proud of. We will have taken significant steps towards reconciling with the Aboriginal community by returning further lands to their ownership, by recognising traditional rights to resources, and giving Aboriginal people a meaningful role in land use decision-making in Tasmania. We will have acknowledged the indisputable links between the health of our environment, the health of our people, and the health of our economy. We'll have banned the use of carcinogenic chemicals so that our waterways can run clean and that our people are no longer poisoned. We'll have strongly focused on preventative health and improved access to GPs, particularly in regional communities. We will have ensured that disadvantaged Tasmanians would not have to compete with poker machines in their communities, sucking the life and the warmth out of the winter and the food off their tables. We'll have assisted our agricultural sector to develop a genuine Tasmanian brand, develop better pathways to markets, and reduce its vulnerability to multinational corporations. We'll have invested heavily in public transport, built passenger light rail from Hobart to the northern suburbs and along the northwest coast, and taken a long-term strategic view to future infrastructure, factoring in low emissions and peak oil. We'll have acknowledged the cost of living burden and taken strong action to reduce that cost of living on ordinary Tasmanians. And we'll have fixed up the mess that Labor has made after 12 years of experimenting in our education system, particularly the post-year 10 sector, and invested heavily in early years. These are just some of the things that the Greens will do, but by the end of the next 4 years, the Greens will have taken action to set Tasmania up, not for this year, not for next year, or the next electoral cycle, but for the next century.
Thank you, gentlemen.